Good morning, everybody. Second day of the year, Sunday. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. My Sunday reflection, as I sat and rest for January 1 yesterday and the last day of December. You start to think about the things that, what have you done in 2021 and how you want to change things in 2022. And you start to go over a timeline on how things are going to happen. My Sunday reflection is God gives us the common sense to understand what's right and what's wrong. We have to stop blaming everybody else for the reason why you're not where you need to be at. And we need to start with the chart work of what did I do? We see a lot of this all the time. And so my Sunday reflection is take that time to understand the failures that you did, even though it's good to fail because you did it, but you can't go back and do the same things over and over and over again and then turn around and not adjust or put yourself accountable for the things that you want to accomplish, not what somebody else wants to accomplish or somebody said they were going to help you accomplish. At the end of the day, the only thing that's constant in our lives is God. God has his ever-changing hand, never changing hand. His hand never changes. We always change the current. We always change the temperature, but God is still there. Especially when you're going through your destiny and you know what you want to do, you have to lean on him more than ever. I realized the last 2 days of the month that ego plays a part of the reason why we don't get our accomplishments done, because we don't think we should go through a certain thing, or this is not us, or we're too young to go through it, or we're too old to go through it. And it's our ego that stops us most of the time. Instead of just going through it, doing it because what's right, and also relying on the Holy Spirit to make sure that we accomplish our goals. So here in 2022, let's get rid of our egos. Let's get rid of our self-righteousness, and let's rely on the one that we know that can get us through. Every day of my life since I've been back in Oklahoma, I have walked in a path to the point where God is telling me to walk. Even though I have ego and I have my self-righteousness, but every day he's taking that away from me to understand that he is the one I need to rely on, not anybody else. The energy that I have, the drive that I have comes from him, comes from the Lord, not anybody else. Not me, not what my experiences has been, not what I went through, not what I'm going through. He gives me that fuel. He gives me that knowledge. And as I still do knowledge God, I need to acknowledge him more. And that's what I want to encourage all of y'all that are listening to this to. Acknowledge God more for all the successes that you're doing. Everything from the time you get up in the morning to the time you're in your sane mind. Because there's a lot of people in 2022 that's not in their right mind. There's a lot of people that didn't make it to this day, but you did. So what are you going to do? You're going to give God thanks, and you're going to keep using yourself as a light for what he has done, regardless of what is going on, regardless of the things that you might not have. As we all know, material things are just that. It's material. And pretty soon, those material things wear down. But your spiritual mind, your spiritual drive, your destiny, who you want to be and who you are, is what lasts the longest. And that's what we need to focus on. We all not going to have any money. We all going to have a lot of money at some point. But at the end of the day, it's the person that's taking that money, who that person is, and the decisions that he makes to make sure that he or she becomes successful. And I just want to thank God on this first Sunday of the year for having me being here. He didn't have to allow me to live here to this day. He didn't have to allow me to sit here and talk to you to this day. And that's what the thing, just relying on him. I just want to thank God for that. You know, 2021 was the latter part of it was a hard one for me. I mean, as I made it known, you know, I got diagnosed with prostate cancer, and that's the first really sickness that I've ever had in my life, and didn't even know how to even take it. But those last 4 months of the year, I had to humble more than what I've ever been to understand why is this happening to me and what we're going to do is going forward. And I just thank God, because now coming in the first Sunday of the year, I have more strength than I had than the last Sunday of the year. I have more insight. I'm stronger. I can do what I'm supposed to do in a way where it will affect people in the right way. And that's all I want. I just want to affect people in the right way so they'll know and understand that they can use me as a light to make their dreams happen. Because as I'm making my dreams happen, because you're never too old to dream, you're never too old to have goals, you're never too old to strive, and you're never too old to make an impact in someone's life. So that's my Sunday reflection. What's yours? What are you going to do on the first Sunday of the year going forward that's going to be an everlasting impact for 2022? If you're going to say 2022 is your year, you have to start right now to make sure that it will become your year. And that's listening to the higher being. Listen to God. Listen to him. Listen to his words. Make his steps your steps so you won't make a misstep. You guys have a great Sunday morning. I love you with the love of Jesus. That's the greatest love I know. And if you have any comments, let me know. Like I said, this is on my YouTube page. I have the words for the day, the Sunday reflection all the time. If you're looking for something that can inspire you or get some insight, just come on to my page. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for anything. This is what God has told me to do, to create something so somebody can learn. I've always been known that I've been a leader among men, and it's about time for me to really, really step into it. And this is my pathway of doing it. God bless you guys. Thank you. Have a nice Sunday.